Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name's Farah Halaby and I'm a professional Muslimah life coach. Welcome to day 20 of my Ramadan Reflections. I'm going to try and keep this one brief because as we enter the first odd night of the last 10 nights of Ramadan, Muslims all over the world are going to be trying to eke out as much or as many of the blessings that this night could possibly hold for us. We believe that the night of power, Laylatul Qadr, is on an odd numbered night in the last 10 nights of Ramadan, and tonight being the first odd numbered night, even though there is going to be a lot of ibadah, a lot of worship, a lot of thoughts and prayers being performed during these 10 nights, tonight gives a little bit more emphasis on that because it is an odd numbered night, and we are told that the night of power will be on an odd numbered night in the last 10 nights. To that end, I'd like to talk about what you do with that knowledge, with that information, and how you go about trying to get the most out of these last 10 nights. And today, subhanallah, I was very honoured, and subhanallah, it's been a day of sharing this, of coaching, of speaking, of really being in that life that I am creating, subhanallah. And I'll explain what I mean by that. I held a session today on the power of dua and spoke about the challenges that some of us may have to even make dua, even though we know what dua is all about. We know the importance of it. We've heard the hadiths, we've heard the Quranic ayahs that tell you the importance of dua. But why then, even with all of that knowledge, with all of that information, is it difficult for some of us to make dua? And we spoke about some of the challenges that get in the way. And subhanAllah, it was a really beautiful session because so much came out where the ladies were sharing their experiences. And something that came up that I wanted to speak about very quickly tonight is, if you are a lady and you are trying to pray, trying to fast, but for Muslim women, if we are on our periods, we can't fast or pray. And one of the questions that came up is, what do you do in the last 10 nights if you're on period and you can't pray, you can't fast, and what tips and advice? Because this particular lady was feeling very disconnected, wasn't feeling that Ramadan vibe, wasn't feeling that she was participating in it because she couldn't fast and she couldn't pray. And what came up were the blessings and the mercy and the opportunities that have been afforded to her in the absence of the tenets of Ramadan being for her, as in the fasting and praying salah. In the absence of that, subhanallah, such a beautiful opportunity came her way, quite specifically for her, that she could earn a multitude of blessings and have the time and have the energy and have the focus to actually utilize that. And we spoke about what you can do, not what you should do, not what you think you have to, not what you think what everyone else is doing. Because for a long time, I used to think that everyone else was Ramadaning, like a proper good Muslim, and that I was the only one that was sitting there thinking, I have got no idea. I don't know. I can't even bring myself to ask. I don't know what I'm asking for. I find it really, really difficult. Am I even worthy of asking? There were so many things that were running through my mind, so many challenges, so many obstacles. And subhanAllah, having overcome them to get to a place where asking and making dua and not just flippant duas, but sincere, heartfelt duas with the knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give me, has completely transformed my Ramadan experience. And for the ladies that I work with, especially as well, there's this sense of, what they should be doing. There's almost like this unwritten expectation that, you know, Ramadan means X, Y, Z, and they should be doing all of these things. And when they're not, they're giving themselves a real hard time. And what the sister on the call today showed was that in the time that she thought that she had felt so disconnected, that she wasn't fasting, that she wasn't praying, feeling a bit down on herself, feeling a bit like, you know, just haven't got that feeling, the opportunity that came her way to really put into practice, into action, what it means to be Muslim, what it means to actively worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what it means to connect, to relate, to engage with your community in the most meaningful way, in the most blessed way, that had she not been on her time of the month, she wouldn't have had that opportunity, or it wouldn't have come her way. She would have been doing something else. And without telling you what it is, it's a little bit difficult. But what I'm trying to say is that whatever is happening during Ramadan, whatever is happening for you, Allah knows. Allah knows what's going on. And when you think that you can't do this month, when you have got all of these thoughts raging in your mind about how you can't do this month, how you aren't doing this month, how you aren't observing this month, take a breath, just pause and ask yourself, what can I do right now? What can I do with what I've got right now? And even if it is to say, Subhanallah, giving gratitude, or Astaghfirullah, seeking forgiveness, in these last 10 nights, it is for safety and protection from the hellfire. The first 10 nights were for mercy, the second 10 nights were for forgiveness, and these 10 nights we are seeking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's emancipation from the hellfire, safety from the hellfire, protection from it. We don't want to go anywhere near it. To turn to Him and to ask Him, please, keep me away from it. Please put in my pathway actions, work, deeds, opportunities to earn your favour. Look at what you have around you. If you have small children, they are your way of earning his rewards, by nurturing, nourishing them, parenting them, loving them, being compassionate to them, doing that to the best of your abilities, like parenting with absolute intention for the sake of Allah. If you are in a job, if you are running a business, running that business, doing your job, performing your role, being that professional in your field with integrity, honesty, trustworthiness, doing that with the intention of using that role to be a means of pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are learning a new dua, teaching it to someone, looking after an elderly parent, looking after a young child, looking after your home, working, if you think all of those things are getting in the way of you performing your ibadah this Ramadan, maybe they are the way of you earning the pleasures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of you earning the protection and the safety from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the hellfire. Because He knows your situation. He knows what you've got going on. These nights, even if you just put 5 minutes aside, if a whole night seems too much, just doing 2 rakats, just 2, with intention, with sincerity, just doing it and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless and reward you with it. Asking dua, asking Him for anything and everything, big and small, but asking with the knowledge and the conviction that He will give you. If you are, cleaning your home, I've just washed up and I've recited my Subhanallah wa bihamdi. I've recited my tasbih whilst I've been tidying away the mats, and I'm about to perform Isha prayers now. You can utilise any given moment when you stop and think, what can I do in this moment? What can I do with what I've got right now? Not what I should be doing, not what everyone else is doing. Reading Quran, even if it's just one sentence, even if it's just one small paragraph, one step, one thing, better than nothing, better than not doing it, better than thinking about how bad you feel not doing anything. One dua, one intention, one thought that connects you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One word of gratitude, one word of thanks, one word of praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one word of asking for forgiveness, one word or one dua asking to keep you from the hellfire, and asking him to bring every opportunity, possibility, way in which that can happen for you. On this potential night of power, I pray that whatever it is that you do tonight, whatever it is that you do in the next 10 nights, in the next 10 days, that you are blessed, that you are rewarded, that you are given everything that you feel, everything that you know to expect from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But first and foremost, I truly, truly, truly pray that whatever it is that is in your heart, your true heart's desire, that thing that will, when connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have the most impact in your life, that will help you uncover your opportunities to live this life, to live a life of pleasing to him, that whatever that looks like, that you are rewarded in abundance for it. Please keep me and my family in your duas as you are in mine. I'm going to go now. I know I've been on here long enough already, but I pray, inshallah, that all of your duas are answered, but make them. They can't be answered if you don't make them. They can't be answered if you don't make one decision, just one thought, one intention, and take action on it. One ayah of the Quran, 2 rakaats, one dua, one utterance that you have, that you can consume your mind with, even if it is just thanking Allah, even if just, subhanAllah, you know, the rewards of thanking Allah, the rewards of being grateful. If we are grateful, he will give us more and more. It's not just more, it's more and more. It's that rate of return that I'm speaking about. We don't have to do much to get a whole lot in return. Take that one step. There's still time. First odd night of the nights of Ramadan. How are you choosing to spend yours? I'll leave it there then. As always, I pray that you are safe, well, happy and healthy, and inshallah I'll be on tomorrow for another little conversation. But for now, take care. Assalamu alaikum.